They were continuing to read the Pilgrim's Progress. Then James said to his mother, "Lo, yonder stands a pillar, and it looks as if something was written thereon. Let us go and see what it is." So they went and found there written, "Let Christian slips before he came hither, and the battles that he met with in this place be a warning to those that come after." "Lo," said their guide, "did not I tell you that there was something hereabouts that would give intimation of the reason why Christian was so hard beset in this place?" Then turning himself to Christiana, he said, "No disgrace to Christian, more than to many others whose hap and loss his was, for it is easier going up than down this hill." And that can be said but of few hills in all these parts of the world. But we will leave the good man. He is at rest. He also had a brave victory over his enemy. Let him that dwelleth above grant that we fare no worse, for we come to be tried. Correction, when we come to be tried, then he. But we will come again to this valley of humiliation. It is the best and most fruitful piece of ground in all these parts. It is fat ground, and, as you see, consisteth much in meadows. And if a man was to come here in the summer time, as we do now, if he knew not anything before thereof, and if he also delighted himself in the sight of his eyes, he might see that that would be delightful to him. Behold how green this valley is, also how beautified with lilies. I have also known many laboring men that have got good estates in this valley of humiliation. For God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace to the humble. Indeed, it is a very fruitful soil, and doth bring forth by handfuls. Some also have wished that the next way to their father's house were here, that they might be troubled no more with either hills or mountains to go over. But the way is the way, and there's an end. Now as they were going along and talking, they spied a boy feeding his father's sheep. The boy was in very mean clothes, but of a very fresh and well-favored countenance. And as he sat by himself, he sang. "Hark," said Mr. Greatheart, "to what the shepherd's boy saith." So they hearkened, and he said, "He that is down needs fear no fall. He that is low, no pride. He that is humble ever shall have God to be his guide. I am content with what I have, a little be it or much. And Lord, contentment still I crave, because thou savest much. Fullness to such a burden is that go on pilgrimage. Here little, and hereafter bliss is best from age to age." Then said their guide, "Do you hear him? I will dare to say that this boy lives a merrier life, and wears more of the herb called heart's ease in his bosom than he that is clad in silk and velvet. But we will proceed in our account of this valley. In this valley our Lord formerly had his country house. He loved much to be here. He loved also to walk these meadows, for he found the air was pleasant. Besides, here a man shall be free from the noise and from the hurryings of this life. All states are full of noise and confusion. Only the valley of humiliation is that empty and solitary place. Here a man shall not be so let and hindered in his thoughts as in other places he is apt to be. This is a valley that nobody walks in but those that love a pilgrim's life. And though Christian had the hard hap to meet here with Apollyon, and to enter with him into a brisk encounter, yet I must tell you that in former times men have met with angels here, have found pearls here, and have in this place found the words of life. Did I say our Lord had here in former days his country house, and that he loved here to walk? I will add, in this place, and to the people that love to tread these grounds, he has left a yearly sum of money, to be faithfully paid them at certain seasons, for their support by the way, and for their further encouragement to go on their pilgrimage. Now, as they went on, Samuel said to Mr. Greatheart, "So I perceive that in this valley my father and Apollyon had their battle. But whereabout was the fight? For I perceive this valley is large." "Your father had that battle with Apollyon at a place yonder before us, in a narrow passage just beyond Forgetful Green. And indeed, that place is the most dangerous place in all these parts. For, if at any time the pilgrims meet with any brunt, it is when they forget what favors they have received, and how unworthy they are of them. This is the place also where others have been hard put to it, but more of the place when we are come to it. For I persuade myself that to this day, there remains either some sign of the battle, or some monument to testify that such a battle there was fought." Then said Mercy, "I think that I am as well in this valley as I've been anywhere else in all our journey. The place, methinks, suits with my spirit. I love to be in such places, where there is no rattling with coaches, no rumblings with wheels. Methinks here one may, without much trouble, be thinking what he is, whence he came, what he has done, and to what the king has called him. Here one may think and break at heart, and melt in one's spirit, until one's eyes become like the fish pools in Heshbon. They that go rightly through this valley of Baca make it a well. The rain that God sends down from heaven upon them that are here also filleth the pools. This valley is that from whence also the king will give to their vineyards. And they that go through it shall sing, as Christian did, for all he met with Apollyon." "'Tis true," said their guide. "I have gone through this valley many a time, and never was better than when here. I have also been a conductor to several pilgrims, and they have confessed the same. To this man will I look, saith the king, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and that trembleth at my word." Now they were come to the place where the aforementioned battle was fought. Then said the guide to Christiana, her children, and Mercy, "This is the place. On this ground Christian stood, and up there came Apollyon against him. And look, did not I tell you? Here is some of your husband's blood upon these stones to this day. Behold also how here and there are yet to be seen upon the place some of the shivers of Apollyon's broken darts. See also how they did beat the ground with their feet as they fought, to make good their places against each other. How also, with their by-blows, they did split the very stones in pieces. Verily, Christian did here play the man, and showed himself as stout as could, had he been there, even Hercules himself. When Apollyon was beat, he made his retreat to the next valley, that is called the Valley of the Shadow of Death, unto which we shall come soon. Lo, yonder also stands a monument, on which is engraven this battle, and Christian's victory, to his fame throughout all ages. So, because it stood just on the wayside before them, they stepped to it, and read the writing, which word for word was this: Hard by here was a battle fought, most strange and yet most true. Christian and Apollyon sought each other to subdue. The man so bravely played the man, he made the fiend to fly, of which a monument I stand, the same to testify. And that's the end of the reading for today. Have a good day.